So today we are going to be how to do a very simple hilt toss on Sabre. Here's a single, just so you know kind of what it looks like. Really easy, and without further ado, let's begin. So for starters, your hilt toss on Sabre is actually very similar to the movements and positionings of a standard rifle toss. Your hands are going to be basically the same. You're going to have your left hand, don't know my left or right, sorry. Your left hand palm up on the hilt, and you're going to have your right hand sort of middle-ish of your blade. And so you're going to hold it flat, and since this is a super simple, we'll just teach you how to do a single first off. It's going to ever so gently push and release, and you don't have to release it that high because like this is just a single. And so a lot of the rules that would apply to a rifle apply to Sabre. If you release too far out, it's going to go this way. If you release too far in, it's going to go that way. So you want to make sure it's got a nice rotation. Your hand almost goes completely straight up. And like with rifle, you want to make sure it rotates cleanly in the air, so make sure you're not letting it go like this when you spin. When you toss, you'll have like a nice like clean grip on it when you toss. Tips and tricks aside, start here, start flat, push ever so slightly, and catch it again. It's like the reverse position of how you started, just like with rifle. Instead of having our left hand underneath, palm up, you're going to have your left hand on top, palm down. Instead of having your right hand on top, over, you're going to have it underneath, palm up. One more time, push. And I didn't release it super high. This is just a single, so I'm like barely releasing it at my shoulder. As you start doing higher tosses, you'll want to start prepping and you'll start to release higher. If you're just doing a single, all you have to do is release it like roughly shoulder height. That's simple. Once you've figured out how to do your singles, you can start trying prepping and trying to go for doubles. And again, you're going to do the same motions the entire time. The only difference is as you start to get to higher tosses, you'll start doing a little bit of a prep. And so like the hilt toss is just a one count toss because it's a single. 1, 2. You're not always going to need to do this with your doubles, but since we're starting out, we're going to try prepping. And whenever you do your prep, you're not going to prep it all the way vertically because this is just too much power. But you also don't want to do it super shallow so that you don't get any additional force. It's going to prep at a 45-degree angle. And instead of, you're not going to prep on 1 because that's when you want to do your toss. You're going to prep on the 8 of your count off. You're going to go 5, 6, 7, prep, and then you're going to do your toss. And so your double should look something like this, starting with a strong position like usual. 5, 6, 7, prep, 2, like that. And you want to catch it flat. Like I said, all of the rules that typically apply to your rifle tosses are going to apply to your Sabre hilt tosses because it's so similar. So you want to catch just as strongly, stop it just as strongly, and it's harder to tell because the blades on Sabres are curved, but you want to catch it nice and curve up. You don't want to tilt it down a whole bunch, you don't want to tilt it up a whole bunch. But that is how you do a hilt toss. Thank you for watching.